In this part, we are going to see about compounds and its classifications. Compound and its classification. Compounds. How can we define a compound is that a compound is a pure substance which is formed due to a chemical combination of two or more elements in a fixed ratio by mass. That is, when two or more elements, for example, hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrogen is one element and oxygen is another element. When they are chemically combined together, they will form a product called water, and that is said to be a compound. So they has to combine in a fixed ratio by mass. So that is given as a definition. And the next point is that the properties of a compound are different from those of its constituents. See, I said that compound is a product from the combination of any two things. See, the product need not to possess the properties from the combined things. It is independent of the properties from where it is obtained. So that is clearly explained in this line that the properties of a compound are different from those of its constituents. Classification of compounds. Broadly, compounds can be classified into two types. One is inorganic compound, the other one is organic compound. First, we are going to see about the inorganic compound. When we can say a compound to be inorganic is that whenever the compound is obtained from the non-living sources like the rock and minerals, that is said to be the inorganic compounds. Example we can give is that chalk and baking powder. Next is organic compounds. Organic compounds are generally which is obtained from the living sources like plants and animals. Example we can give is proteins and carbohydrates. Compounds in the all three states. See, not only elements but also compounds exist in all the three states. We know the three states: solid, liquid and gases. So we are going to see the existence of compounds in all the three states. The first state is solid. So here I have given some of the compounds which is in the solid states and with the constituent elements. The first example is silica. The constituent elements in the silica is silicon and oxygen. Potassium hydroxide, caustic potash. The constituent elements in the compound is potassium, hydrogen and oxygen. Next is sodium hydroxide, that is caustic soda. The constituent elements in the sodium hydroxide are sodium, oxygen and hydrogen. Next compound is copper sulfate. The constituent element in the copper sulfate is copper, sulfur and oxygen. The last compound we are going to see is zinc carbonate, which is said to be calamine. The constituent elements in the compound in solid state are zinc, carbon and oxygen. So, here is the next state, compounds in liquid state. On the one side, I have given the compound which exists in the liquid state. On the other side, it is given that the constituent elements which is present in that compound. First one, water. The constituent elements are hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrochloric acid, constituent elements are hydrogen and chlorine. Compound is nitric acid. The constituent elements are hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen. Sulfuric acid, constituent elements in the sulfuric acid is hydrogen, sulfur, oxygen. And the last compound we are going to see in the liquid state is acetic acid, which is commonly said to be vinegar, and its constituent elements are carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Compound in gaseous state. One side it has given the compound which is given in the gaseous state. On the other side it is given the constituent elements which is present in the compounds in the gaseous state. Carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide. The constituent elements in both the cases are carbon and oxygen. Next is sulfur dioxide. The constituent elements present in the sulfur dioxide are sulfur and oxygen. Next is methane. Carbon and hydrogen are the constituent elements of methane. Nitrogen dioxide. In nitrogen dioxide, nitrogen and oxygen constitute the elements. Then ammonia. In ammonia, nitrogen and hydrogen are the constituent elements. Here, there are the uses of compounds which we use in our daily life. So, we are going to see the common name of the compound, the chemical name, constituents of the compound and the general uses of the compound. First, water. Chemical name for water is hydrogen oxide. Constituents are hydrogen and oxygen. Uses is for drinking and as a solvent. Second compound is table salt. Chemical name for table salt is sodium chloride. The constituent elements are sodium and chlorine. Uses of table salt are essential component in our daily diet, preservative for meat and fish. Third compound is sugar. Chemical name for sugar is sucrose. The constituent element of sugar are carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Uses of sugar are preparation of sweets, toffees and fresh juices. Next compound is baking soda. The chemical name for baking soda is sodium bicarbonate. Constituent of baking soda are sodium, hydrogen, carbon and oxygen. It is used as a fire extinguisher in the preparation of baking powder and in the preparation of cakes and bread. Next compound is washing soda. The chemical name for washing soda is sodium carbonate. The constituent elements of washing soda are sodium, carbon and oxygen. The uses of washing soda are: it is used as a cleaning agent in soap and softening of hard water. Next compound is bleaching powder. The chemical name for bleaching powder is calcium oxychloride. The constituent elements of bleaching powder are calcium, oxygen and chlorine. It is used as a bleaching agent, disinfectant and sterilization of drinking water. The last compound is quicklime. The chemical name for quicklime is calcium oxide and the constituent elements of quicklime are calcium and oxygen, and it is used in the manufacturing of cement and glasses. Here I have listed out some important compounds and the formula which we seen in this lesson. So first we are going to see about the compounds which we have seen in this lesson. Potassium hydroxide, sodium hydroxide, copper sulfate, zinc carbonate, hydrochloric acid, nitric acid, sulfuric acid. The formulas for the respective compounds are given. See, for potassium hydroxide it is KOH. Formula for sodium hydroxide is NaOH. Formula for copper sulfate is CuSO4. See, the 4 has been put in the subscript. Next, the formula for zinc carbonate is ZnCO3. 3 should be written in the subscript. Hydrochloric acid, the formula for hydrochloric acid is HCl. Formula for nitric acid is HNO3. Again, 3 should be written in the subscript. Sulfuric acid, formula is H2SO4. Here, 2 and 4 should be written in the subscript. Acetic acid, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, methane, nitrogen dioxide, ammonia. Now, we see the formula for the respective compounds. For acetic acid, it is CH3COOH. Here, 3 should be in the subscript. For carbon dioxide, it is CO2. Here, 2 should be written in the subscript. For carbon monoxide, it is simply CO. For sulfur dioxide, it is SO2. So, 2 should be written in the subscript. Methane, it is CH4. Here, 4 should be written in the subscript. For nitrogen dioxide, it is NO2 and 2 should be written in the subscript. For ammonia, it is NH3. Here, 3 should be written in the subscript. Review questions. What are compounds? Name some compounds in solids. Name some compounds in liquids. List some compounds you know in gaseous state. Find out the chemical name for given compounds. A. Water. B. Table salt. C. Bleaching powder. D. Sugar. E. Baking soda. F. Washing soda. G. Quicklime. Discuss the uses of compounds.